Attention passionate LAS, Vegas Raiders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS, Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the Las Vegas Raiders are stirring up some serious buzz. And no, it's not just because of their new look or the spectacular moves in the offseason. There's a real sense that something big is on the horizon, something that could shake up the entire AFC West. And for us Raiders fans, that's pretty much everything we want to hear. You see, the Raiders historically have been known for their resilience, their fighting spirit, and that never-say-die attitude. But lately, they've been struggling to find consistent success, to really establish themselves as a dominant force in the league. Sure, they've had flashes of brilliance, moments where they looked like serious contenders, but overall, it's been a roller coaster of ups and downs. But this offseason, it feels like a turning point. It's as if the franchise finally decided to make some bold moves, not just in terms of player acquisitions but in strategic direction. And at the center of this new chapter are some fascinating developments involving a legendary figure, Tom Brady. Yes, you heard that right. The GOAT himself, who has now become a part owner of the Raiders, is playing a significant role behind the scenes, and his influence is palpable. Brady's involvement isn't just a marketing stunt. It's a strategic move that signals the franchise's serious intent to contend again. Now, one of the most notable changes this offseason was the hiring of Pete Carroll as head coach, replacing Antonio Pierce. It's a surprising choice, given that Carroll has been synonymous with the Seattle Seahawks' success over the past decade. Carroll's reputation as a defensive mastermind and a leader who builds strong team chemistry is legendary. Bringing him into the Raiders' fold signals that the organization is serious about establishing a culture of discipline, resilience, and winning. The Raiders haven't had a coach with such a pedigree in years, and this could be the catalyst they need to turn things around. And then there's Geno Smith. The quarterback who, until recently was considered a journeyman, has been given a second life in Seattle, and now, with his trade to Las Vegas, he's poised to be the guy who could finally unlock the team's offensive potential. And let's be honest, Geno's story is a remarkable one. Drafted in the second round back in 2013, he's had his share of ups and downs, bouncing around from team to team, fighting for a spot. But in Seattle, under Pete Carroll's guidance, he found stability and success, culminating in a Pro Bowl appearance and a reputation as a reliable, intelligent quarterback. Now, with the Raiders, many are curious to see if he can replicate that success and elevate the team's offense to a new level. And if we listen to Tom Brady's recent comments, it's clear he sees a lot of potential in Geno Smith. Brady, always the honest analyst, didn't hold back when speaking to RG about the direction the Raiders are heading. According to him, Pete Carroll is a great leader for the organization. Everyone's excited to have him, and Geno's done a great job since he was acquired, coming in and working his tail off. Everyone's excited about the direction we're heading. Those words are more than just kind words. They are a testament to the belief that with the right leadership and a motivated quarterback, the Raiders could be on the cusp of something special. Pete Carroll and Geno Smith, after all, aren't just any hires. They come from the same successful Seattle Seahawks era. For 4 seasons, they worked together, turning a team that was often overlooked into a perennial playoff contender, even Super Bowl champions. That chemistry, that familiarity, could be exactly what the Raiders need to forge a new identity. It's not just about 1 or 2 players. It's about creating a culture, a mindset that screams toughness, resilience, and relentless pursuit of excellence. And with Carroll's defensive acumen combined with Geno's evolving offensive skills, the Raiders might have the perfect ingredients for a resurgence. Of course, it's not just about coaching and quarterbacks. The ownership group has also undergone significant changes, especially with Tom Brady's influence. Since Brady became a part owner, the entire vibe around the franchise has shifted. Owner Mark Davis has entrusted Brady with some influential power, allowing him to have a say in roster decisions and team strategy. This isn't just a symbolic gesture, it's a clear indication that the Raiders are serious about winning, about building a team that can compete at the highest level once again. The offseason saw a number of roster moves, some of which raised eyebrows, and some that filled the fans with hope. The team has revamped key positions, added young talent through the draft, and brought in veteran leadership to balance the squad. And while it might take a season or two for everything to click, the signs are promising. The Raiders' recent draft picks, especially on offense and defense, point to a team that's trying to build a sustainable core, players who can grow together, learn from their mistakes, and push the franchise back into playoff contention. The addition of versatile defenders and explosive playmakers on offense shows a clear plan to diversify their attack and keep opponents guessing. And we can't ignore the importance of the quarterback position. Geno Smith, now leading the charge, is a guy who can make plays with his arm and his legs. He's not the biggest name in the league, but he's a player with a lot of heart and a lot of talent. His ability to lead a team, make smart decisions under pressure, and keep his composure in tight situations could be exactly what the Raiders need to finally solve their offensive struggles of recent years. But let's not forget, the AFC West is still one of the most competitive divisions in football. The Kansas City Chiefs are still reigning champions, led by the unstoppable Patrick Mahomes. The Denver Broncos, with their revamped roster and a new head coach, are eager to bounce back after a tough season. The Los Angeles Chargers are always lurking, capable of flashes of brilliance. So for the Raiders to truly make a splash, they'll need to be consistent, resilient, and perhaps a little lucky along the way. That's why the upcoming season is so intriguing. It's not just about individual performances, it's about how all these pieces come together and whether the Raiders can finally put it all into action. And here's an interesting twist. Las Vegas will face the New England Patriots in their first game of the 2025-26 season. For many reasons, that game is more than just a kickoff. It's a symbolic reunion for Tom Brady, who spent 20 seasons with the Patriots and became a legend there. For him, facing his former team is more than a game. It's a chapter closing, a moment of reflection, and perhaps the start of a new legacy in Las Vegas. Imagine the scene, Brady back in Gillette Stadium, leading the Raiders against the Patriots with all eyes on him. It's the kind of storyline that makes NFL fans sit on the edge of their seats, and Raiders fans dreaming of a new chapter filled with hope and redemption. But beyond the storylines, what really matters for us fans is the big picture. Can Pete Carroll's leadership and Geno Smith's execution finally turn this franchise around? Will the combination of experienced coaching, a motivated quarterback, and new ownership influence propel the Raiders into playoff contention and beyond? That's what we're all hoping for, isn't it? And as we look ahead, it's clear that the Raiders are not just rebuilding, they're reloading. They're aiming for consistency, they're targeting a return to greatness, and they're doing so with a clear vision. It's about creating a team that can compete, that can challenge the division giants, and ultimately, that can bring another Lombardi Trophy back to Las Vegas. And let's be honest, the city of Las Vegas itself is buzzing with excitement. The Raiders' move to Vegas was always about more than just a new stadium or a fresh coat of paint. It's about establishing a new identity, a winning culture that resonates with the glitz and glamour of Sin City. The fans here are passionate, loyal, and hungry for success. They want to see their team dominate, they want to feel the thrill of victory, and they want to be part of a story that's written in bold letters in the history books. And I believe this upcoming season might just be the start of that story. So, as we continue to analyze every move, every game, and every development, remember that the Raiders are on an exciting trajectory. The pieces are coming together, and the potential is enormous. Whether it's Geno Smith leading the offense, Pete Carroll orchestrating the defense, or Tom Brady's influence guiding the franchise behind the scenes, the future looks promising. The AFC West is still fierce, no doubt about it, but the Raiders are making their move, and it's one that could redefine their place in the league for years to come. So, stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and let's keep our fingers crossed for a season full of surprises, victories, and memorable moments. Because, in the end, the Raider Nation is all about loyalty, passion, and hope. And I truly believe that something special is brewing in Las Vegas this year. Now, I want to turn things over to you. What's your take on all these developments? Are you excited about the new era under Pete Carroll? Do you believe Geno Smith can finally be the franchise quarterback the Raiders have been searching for? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Las Vegas Raiders. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into what's happening in the world of the Raiders. So make sure to stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's keep this passion alive. The future is bright, and the Raiders are heading for something big. Let's be part of this journey together.